But I have endless conversations about leaving. And I moved from San Francisco to L.A. back in 2018. That felt about as big a move away as possible. And I keep the extreme thing I keep saying, and again, I have to keep in mind talk as a substitute for action. The extreme thing I keep saying is I can't decide whether to leave the state or the country.
Oh boy!
And
if you went out of the country, where would you go?
Man, it's tough to find places because there are a lot of problems in the U.S. and most places are doing so much worse.
Yeah,
so
it's not a good move to leave here.
But
as fucked up as this place is.
But I keep thinking I shouldn't move twice. So I can't decide whether I should move to Florida or should move to New Zealand or Costa Rica or something like that.
Yeah. You go full John McAfee.
And so but can't decide between those two, so I end up stuck in California.
Well, Australia is okay, but they're even worse when it comes to rule of law and what they decide to make you do, and the way they're cracking down on people now for online speech, and it's very sketchy in other countries.
But somehow the relative outperformance of the U.S. and the absolute stagnation decline of the U.S. they're actually related things because the way the conversation's grooved. Every time I tell someone, I'm thinking about leaving the country, they'll do what you say, and they'll say, well, every place is worse, and then that somehow distracts us from all the problems in this country, and then we can't talk about what's gone wrong in the U.S. because everything's so much worse.
Well, I think most people know what's gone wrong, but they don't know if they're on the side of the government that's currently in power. They don't know how to criticize it. They don't know exactly what to say, what should be done.
Right.
And they're ideologically connected to this group being correct.
Right.
So they try to do mental gymnastics to try to support some of the things that are going on. I think that's a part of the problem. I don't think it's necessarily that we don't know what the problems are. We know what the problems are, but we don't have clear solutions as to how to fix them, nor do we understand the real mechanisms of how they got there in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot that are pretty obvious to articulate, and they're much easier described than solved. Like we have a crazy budget deficit.